your perception of what you would get and what you actually receive from the NHS is pretty limited. You would assume, given that your child has been diagnosed with something pretty catastrophic, that the red carpet would roll out for you and everything would be on a stick. But actually the reality is you have your condition or your son's condition managed, and Shooting Star gives us all the things that we would expect should just get as a given. So we actually get looked after, and our son gets looked after, I suppose, is the best way to say it.
Where the NHS stop is where Shooting Star step in.
It's a beautiful hospice. It's incredibly well designed, with a garden facility. I mean, there's every facility there for children and for parents who want to build their children for respite care, and it's kind of, I just think it's a beautiful place, and obviously I've been there several times myself. I meet the kids and meet the nursing staff, and they're absolutely fantastic, and they do a tremendous job.
So hydrotherapy is essential for our son's mobility, and also it's almost like a great leveller for a boy with a condition like Duchenne, because it is restrictive in terms of Dominic's movement, and he gets in the water and he's just a normal boy for half an hour. There are more, for example, facilities for hydrotherapy for animals in this country than there are for people with medical conditions. So Shooting Star is a hydrotherapy ball, and we use it every 2 weeks, and it's great.
And the counselling service that they offer, and the overnight stays.
We're having a pretty traumatic time of it, but you've got to keep a sense of fun with everything that you do, and you know, we go to Shooting Star House and we have a good time. Big go-karts are a big winner, and the big swing in the back garden is a winner as well, and you know, children, even if they're very, very ill, want to be children and enjoy themselves, so you know, it gives us somewhere to have a bit of fun as well.
Here we are at Syon Park, beautiful. There's all the glorious, wonderful, beautiful people out there. A few celebs thrown in for a good measure, and hopefully a lot of people that'll be able to sort of put some money our way, and that's what it's really all about. It's about raising money and keeping the hospice going. From my point of view, I'm incredibly proud of what we do, I do, and my bit is just like that, compared to the nurses and the fundraisers and stuff. But if I can sing a few songs, help to raise a couple of quid, then fantastic, then I'm happy.
Camera. Oh, please.
The idea is to pledge as much money as possible to the charity. It is £800 a week, Isabella. 800 pounds.
900 quid.
900.
The generosity is extraordinary.
It is £1,500. Sold to you, sir.
It's got loads of my DNA on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, pop on the left hand. £2,600. Sold to you, sir. £2,600. You can write that home.
Relax, get hip, get on my tracks, take the backseat, hitchhike, till I ride on the motorbike until you're ready. Crazy little thing, come on. 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 Crazy little thing, come on.
just amazing to have got to the 5th anniversary of the Shooting Star Children's Hospice, and we're honoured and overwhelmed as always to be patrons and to be supporting such a fantastic initiative and something that has such an amazing impact on the lives of so many families.
Quite taken this way.
But done in such a glamorous way. I think this is one of the key things, is that it's a very difficult, cold world out there for anyone trying to raise money. And when people can have this much fun, when people can be drawn into all that a charity believes in, all that a charity is striving for, because it's an experience that they want to have, it's very, very powerful stuff. And I love the way that the initiative from the hospice is always about giving people a good time, but at the same time ensuring that they understand the work that the hospice does and the initiatives and the goals that the hospice has.
I'm privileged to be here at the 5th birthday. I think every one of us is. Their record speaks for itself. The care that they've shown to the kids who've had to use the facility, the fact that the parents are still in touch and they are so grateful for what happened at what will be the worst time of their life. I really hope I'm here for the 10th, for the 15th, for the 20th.
To get to the 5th birthday is a fantastic achievement. It's an amazing goal to have managed to arrive at, because every day it costs £10,000 to fund the hospice, which is £3.5 million a year. That is a huge amount of money, and to maintain that kind of energy, momentum, day in, day out is extraordinary.
I think the really sobering thought is the fact that we actually need to raise money to do this. It is absolutely extraordinary that we live in the so-called civilised Western world, where you would have thought that dying children, and let's not mince words, would be looked after by the state, and yet they are not, even today. And I think for us, having been involved in the charity for the last 5 years, we would have hoped, I think, 5 years ago to have looked forward to a day when perhaps the country stepped in, but as yet it still hasn't. And so the need is every bit as great as it was 5 years ago.